There is a beautiful question in our spiritual life. What is the purpose of our Christian life on earth? The answer is to sanctify the soul and to glorify God. How can we sanctify the soul and glorify God? When we have the fullness of joy and the fullness of love, then we sanctify the souls of our own selves and the souls of the world and glorify God through the sanctification of the souls. How can we have joy, the fullness of joy and fullness of love within? When I realize that I am from God, and then I am for God, then I have the fullness of joy within me. And when I have the priority for God, then the necessity of God's work in me, then I have the fullness of life and love within me. For this, I must do one particular thing. To have the fullness of joy and fullness of love, or to sanctify the soul, or to glorify God, I need to do one important requirement. That is the gospel of the day that we receive from Jesus, to remain in Him, to abide in His love. What is this remaining in Him or abiding in His love? There are three important steps doing that. The first one is having God consciousness. The first one is the God consciousness. When I realize that I am in the image and likeness of God. When I realize that I source from God and destined in God. When I realize God is the predominant priority of my Christian life, then my God consciousness is real and I am aware of that. Whether I am working or praying or traveling, I have God within me and I abide in Him. God consciousness. The second step is moral consciousness. We are all called to be authentic witnesses of Jesus. It is perfection of the self, pruning ourselves from all the challenging weaknesses of human life. When I prune myself from my weaknesses, make myself perfect, trying to be holy and trying to be authentic witnesses to the world, then my moral consciousness is growing. Then I abide in His love, I remain in His presence. The third one is charity consciousness. I must realize that I am in the image and likeness of God. At the same time, I also must realize that others are also in the image and likeness of God. There are so many brothers and sisters outside who are in most need of our presence, need of our quality time, need of our help, and we need to reach out to them through our little means and ways. So when I reach the needy brothers, I have my charity consciousness. So with this, I remain in God and I have the fullness of joy, fullness of love, and I sanctify the soul and glorify God. Let us try to examine our conscience daily to sanctify the self and to glorify God. May the name of God be glorified. Amen.